Hi again, friends. It is me, just Jenny, in just a simple January. Now, friends, we started off week 1 of January with those incredible biographies that I just love with some great tunes. And then we decided we were going to go ahead and move into the simple January, a time to reset, simplify, coming down from the holidays, the busyness, the craziness of life, and going back to keeping it simple. I love to take the month of January and just think, okay, how's my form? What am I doing? What am I using? What is my purpose in this activity? And all of those things. So friends, it's a simple January with just Jenny. We have Harley as a guest today, so we'll see how many times she goes to the door to want to be let out. And more importantly, we'll see if anybody in my family comes to let her out. If not, she'll jump in with us. So friends, our focus featured piece of equipment this week is the bar. I have a booty kicker, and one of the things that I love about it is it can hold my weights in between this little area right here. I can keep a band, I can keep a ball for those quick transitions. I also mentioned how sometimes if I'm doing something where there's more weight, I'm going to put heavier weight somewhere down on those legs. I don't do that very often because I want my body to do the work. And so I try and keep light hands on the bar. I keep those hips rolled under as much as possible, straight back, depending on the move. And you guys, yesterday we did first position, we did second position, 10 minutes only, and our legs were on fire. Now, sometimes we do the barographies, which are choreographed to the music. Sometimes we do interval style, where we go like a minute with like a 30-second push, or however we decide to do it. And this week, we aren't counting reps. We're not counting and keeping track of time. I'm just going until my body feels it. So friends, you're gonna come in that first position and you're just gonna down and tap. Now, notice I have my little pointed toe right there. And like I said, you guys, I was not a ballet person. No, I was not. I was a cheerleader. Surprise, surprise. But there's a lot of fancy words that go with dance and ballet, and that was never me. So what I like to do is I just kind of like to, I have basic vocabulary and that stuff, but I really just like to tell you where my body's going and what it should look like. So I'm just bringing my foot in and tapping. I could also bring it back to first and out and tap. Now, the purpose, I'm keeping a soft bend in my knee, right? And we're really focusing on toning and using our body weight. Now, my next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come up to a leg lift, right? So here I am, and leg lift on one side. Now, soft bend in that base leg, and I've got my hand on the bar. Now, my leg is slightly in front, not all the way out to the side, and I'm working that hip flexor. I've got a pointed toe, soft bend in that base leg. Glutes rolled under, back flat. Look, I can even like just dangle my hand. And if I really want more, I can come here, but guess what? Safety first. I'm gonna hold on. Now, like I said yesterday, when I start getting bored or my body starts saying, boop, boop, ready for a change, I'm gonna push through, do just a couple more, and then move on. So my hip flexor, my quad, everything right here is saying, change. Give me just a little more. Now I'm gonna hold it up, bend, kick, bend, kick, bend, kick. Whew. Now you guys, this is harder than what you might think. Yeah, it is. Woo! It is definitely hard. It's not easy. And like I said, you guys, I know I'm trying to keep these to a quick 10 minutes, that I have no clue how long I've been doing this particular thing. I'm just gonna listen to my body. Whew. All right, a little more. I'm done. And I'm gonna cross over behind. So I'm gonna come right here. And I'm gonna go into releve. You can go flat foot, right? This is my little crossover, cross behind. Whew. Never locking out those legs. Keeping it nice and simple. Yep, that's where I'm going. Now you can bring it to a pulse if you want. And remember yesterday we talked about timing. Down slow, up slow, like 4x4, 2x2, right? And then singles, pulses. Now friends, the next thing I'm gonna do, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, right? And again, that leg is coming up, and I'm using that lower core for control as well. Just taking a breath. Notice I went back to flat foot. You can totally do this up in releve. And you're also going to notice, soft bend in that knee the whole time. Body weight, nice and lifted. Now, I'm going to get ready to come back down because my body is telling me to. A little more, a little more. Bring it down. Whew. Oh, bring it down and let's circle front. Now, I want you to pay attention to that base leg. We may be moving that other leg quite a bit, but is the key word. Right here, your base leg. Oh, circle backwards. Now, you also might just want to kind of go like this for a minute. Wiggle and jiggle, come back to it. I'm gonna catch my breath, friends. Very nice. Now, I'm gonna come back to that first position because I know I am going to be working that other side. So when I look at my timer, that was about 4.5 minutes on one side. It's pretty good. And this is where I could easily stretch it out, but notice I have not stopped moving because that's what we're gonna do at the end. I'm gonna come up here just for a little bit, right? Hips rolled under, back flat. Oh, I can't believe Harley's not making an appearance. She might be falling asleep. All right, ready? Coming back down to a flat position, down, tap, and I'm getting that other side. So remember, I could come all the way to that first position and tap, or I can be right here. Now I'm going to be turning my body slightly because I'm going to want both hands on my bar, especially for that kick. But it just gives you another angle to look at. Ooh. And you guys, I think for me, one of the hardest things too is counting reps, you know? Like I like to go with the music, I like to have a timer, but like if I count to 20, I'm always like, oh, okay, was I at 18? Was I at 12? Where was I? You know? So, all right, friends, here we go. Leg lift right here. Ooh. Notice I am not super high either, right? I am not all the way level with the bar, and this is just enough for me. You can go ahead, you can get up higher if you want to, but you don't have to. Trust me, this is gonna be enough. Whew. Now, I mentioned how I was a cheerleader. I was a bass and a flyer, and I was also a gymnast. I remember taking ballet when I was like super small, and they had us jumping over Kleenex boxes, and I thought, okay, that's done. A little more, a little more. I was like, okay, I need to move on, and we didn't move on. I'm sure there's a reason for that, because ballet, bar people impress me. Okay, hold it up, bend and kick. I am not gonna be here long, friends. I don't know about you. Ooh. Holy cow, hip flexor, right? Yes. Anyway, what I was saying is, well, okay, so I was talking about my cheerleading, bass, flyer. See, here's where my head goes. All right, I'm gonna cross behind. Okay, cross behind. I'm gonna start with those singles. I loved being a cheerleader and I loved being a gymnast. And it was so funny because I had those ideas about bar being so dancey and like graceful, and that's just not how I do my classes, because it's not who I am. I can be graceful, but I make a lot of wiggles and wobbles, and you know, I also don't know the vocabulary that well. I could learn, but you know, not right now. I'm gonna go to that pulse. Whew. Anyway, I was kind of like, I don't want to take a bar class, and I am so glad I did, because it is such a focus on smaller muscle groups and toning. I am ready to down and cross. I'm going to turn, lift, down, lift, down, lift. Whew. Anyway, it has just really toned my muscles throughout. And it's like that definition. And I don't know, I just think it's fun. I used to be such a heavy lifter, and I do, but I still do sometimes, but really not that often, mostly because of the risk of injury. And I love my body no matter what it looks like. And as long as I know I'm trying my best, then it's cool with me. All right, friends, we're almost there. I'm not counting. I'm just thinking, okay, I need to get out of here. But then I also know when I get out of here, we have the circles forward and the circles backwards. All right, let's do it. Whew. Now, soft bend in that base leg all the time, right? Now, some of you might be way up here. I am keeping it down low and slightly in front. Whoa. See? Tool for balance and stability. Whoa. Hard to do that. Hard to do a circle and not hold on. Backwards. Whew, you guys definitely sweating. I know, and it's like you don't even feel like you're moving that much, right? Oh, come on, almost there. Keeping a soft bend in that base leg. And you guys, I think we're almost ready just to come back to center and shake it out. And let's take it right here and just come on back. So friends, keeping it simple. We didn't even do that many moves, right? We did down and tap. We did our leg lift. We did our bend and kick. We did our cross to swing, and we did our circles. Coming here for a brief moment in between. And ending here. So friends, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Listen to your body. Just remember, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Stretch out those hip flexors. I like to come right here and just lean back. You guys, 10 minutes, sometimes it's all you need. Friends, stretch out the rest of the body. Harley is now asleep, so I think I might lay down with her. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Mwah.